Alright, YouTube, welcome back. It's Drew. We're back here with Politically Black, as you know. That is the channel. It is Politically Black. I'm just a guy who's caught in the middle of a political shitstorm. Back with a couple more things on Juice. No autopsy yet. I'm gonna state that as soon as I get it, I'm gonna let y'all know. Until we know, we don't know. Real interesting tidbit is people can take a lot of Percocet and you don't just die. 1,500 milligrams of Percocet can be like a mil dosage if you're in high enough pain levels. So if you get used to it, that could be a daily dose or even a like hourly dose. Not hourly, it would be like every 4, but you'd be dosing that every 4 hours and that wouldn't kill you. I'm just throwing that out there. It could hurt you and your liver, but that wouldn't kill you. Just in case anyone didn't know how Percocets work. Dilaudid gets higher milligram dosages, but it's not. They say it's stronger. It's not. It's just a liquid form, so it works differently. Dilaudid's no stronger. It's just a liquid. The reason the milligram dosage is higher is that in a solid you can use a lower milligram dosage. It will turn into a liquid at the same milligram dosage, if that makes sense. When it starts digesting, when it starts breaking down, it will liquefy within the content of the acid in your stomach. But aside from interesting little tidbits, I also did a little research about the organizations and then that he was working with, and the one he was working with in Chicago is 100 Black Men. This organization exists all over the U.S. I would recommend checking it out, especially if you're a fairly influential black man or if you're just not doing bad. If you're 25, got a job, got a card, you don't have any priors, you should go and impress your brothers and sisters and show them what life can be. Outside of that, though, their goal is mentorship. They're a mentorship program, and it's a voluntary mentorship program. They do things like toy drives. I'm sure they do school drives. I'm sure they do fundraisers, all that. I was just seeing toy drive because it's Christmas, but like, yeah, they do all sorts of community activities. Mentorship, again, mentorship is huge. Like, a mentor is someone you can call even on hard times and go, hey, look, I know you can't help, but what's your advice? How do I get through this? Who do I call? What are the people that are going to be helpful to me here? And a mentor's going to know, or maybe not know, but at least give you something to go on and some comfort. And that's what a lot of people need, especially in the black community. A lot of us just need comfort, and that's where people turn to gangs, is that's the first person who comfort them. Let's not make that the case anymore. Let's actually take care of each other. Let's make sure that we're out there for each other. I mean, for real. I mean, he was really giving back to Chicago, like, in such a big way. And it's really sad that a brother only dies when he starts giving back. I mean, it's really sad that that is the case of the world. As far as I could tell with the Beat of My City, it looked like he was doing a free tour in Chicago, or maybe a low-cost tour in Chicago. What the heck is wrong with that? The leftist, racist news media is what's wrong with it. I'm gonna be completely honest, is that these people have to have us divided. They gotta call him a quote-unquote good kid. That's not up for debate here. This is factual. He was. Until I see the headlines start changing, I'm gonna blast the news media every single day, those racists. But with that, guys, yeah, he was helping out with 100 Black Men of Chicago. Again, great organization for mentorship for black people, with other black people. I mean, the world is different depending on your color. If you white, you ain't walking into a black business and gonna be manager unless you real good. Same when you're black, though. Like, when you're black, you ain't walking into the white establishment and become a manager unless you real good. It's just everyone prefers their own people. That's actually a psychological fact that we discovered, I want to say in like 2015, is that everyone feels more comfortable around their own race. That's just how it is. Like, it's just what it's stupid. It's just human nature. If you see dark people and you're dark, you feel better. If you see dark people and you're not, you don't feel as good. If you're dark and you don't see any dark people, you don't feel good at all either. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is on that. I mean, we feel better together as a community anyway, one way or another, whether or not we are black community, white community, Asian community. All communities feel united. I'm sorry, I gotta stop picking on the Asian community. a lot of the problems that like black community have, they don't exist in the Asian community. A lot of the Asian community's problem, and we got to get there, is they can't get into schools. Like, we got to have ACT scores so good that we're getting denied for schools instead of 20s and 24s. We got to bump that. We got to bump that way higher. I think now it's out of 36 points. Shoot for 28, my brothers. Shoot for 29. Shoot for the perfect score. But if you don't get it, don't feel bad either. Like, the kids who got it literally studied every single day. So unless your goal was studying every day to go to that Ivy League college, don't feel bad. If your goal was studying to go to that Ivy League college, feel a little bad, work a little harder next year, you'll get there, I promise. But 100 million black, or 100 black men of Chicago, 100 million. 100 black men of Chicago is an organization that is just out there promoting brothers and trying to help us live our best lives and be what we can be the best we can be. Through, again, mentorship, volunteering, toy drives, whatever you name, like, they are just giving back to the community, and that's cool. Like, you don't see Christian organizations aren't allowed to do that because they're Christian anymore, so that's not a thing. But I mean, now at least these organizations are out there looking out for people because that's what we need. McDonald's was sponsoring them as well, and right before he passed, Rap Genius had got in about 200,000 or 20,000 that they were going to just transfer directly over to those people, over to 100 black men of Chicago, and I think they still did. It's just, how is Juice a bad kid? He had a problem, but having a problem doesn't define the whole person. Otherwise, Mac Miller's the biggest piece of shit, and I won't let that die either because of the racist news media. So, I'm not saying the people are racist. I'm just saying if you're laughing at Juice because he's dead, but you didn't laugh when Mac died, that's a problem. And I'm not saying that makes you racist. I'm saying that you should probably think about what you hear before you fucking laugh. Like, his music meant more to more people than Mac's did, and his music got more people through more shit, and I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Album sales were higher on Juice's end, even if you compare a living Juice to a living Mac. Like, if you take their best three, which Juice has three, they don't compare. So, sorry, Juice reached more people, and the way the media is dividing us is, it's like, nah, that's just not cool. But other than that, the voice of my city, or the beat of my city, pardon me, not voice, beat of my city, was a free concert, a low-cost concert from everything I could gather on it, and it was for his community, like, it was for his city. Wow, such a good, quote-unquote, kid, quote-unquote, good kid. Like, who has the time to demonize somebody actually trying? Because that's what happened. But other than that, anytime I speak on Juice this moving forward, just Miss Higgins, you really do get my condolences, and again, I hope the condolences of my audience are with you as well. I don't want anyone to be suffering through all that. That's a lot, and I think that autopsy's gonna say a lot. That's just my thoughts on it. But other than that, YouTube, I'm not doing another video today. I've done like 7 this week, and we're about to get hit with COPA. Let's get that COPA strike. I'm gonna get mad COPA strikes, and I'm gonna have mad videos removed, so I'll probably be moving over to BitChute. I've heard a lot about it. It seems like the new hot spot, so maybe that's where I'll go. But other than that, y'all, take it easy, have a good day, YouTube, and I am signing out.